Hey, it's Sarah. So here we are, back with Love is Strange, back to trying to bag me some Chloe Price. Um, Finally getting to the good part. I'm not sorry. I've been waiting to savor this moment. And unfortunately, I can only do that on weekends because I'm literally trying to teach some high school kids how to speak and write English. So, here we go. Ready to go. What? Oh, snap. I'm dumb. Okay. Load. Okay. Last time on Love is Strange, I went to meet my forever bae, Chloe Price, at the Two Whales. Under the watchful eye of her mother, young love will blossom. The breakfast rush at the Two Whales Diner always takes me by surprise, even though I've been coming here since I was a kid. I forgot how to play. The atmosphere is always electric. Girl, it ain't electric. There's nobody there. The frantic energy of the bustling staff. Where you at? Wait. Ew. The impatient, hungry truckers perched at the lunch counter like hulking, churlish birds on a wire. The sleepy locals slumped in their booths over steaming mugs of coffee. I've been here nursing my own coffee for 10 minutes now. This morning, I woke up to a text Chloe sent at 2 a.m. asking me to meet her at the diner at 8 sharp for breakfast. Chloe doesn't seem like the kind of girl to wake up at 8 a.m. sharp. Or to say sharp, ever. At least when referring to time. Not to say she don't do that with other things. She's late, of course. Okay, there we go. I should probably be more annoyed than this, but I'm kind of used to it. Chloe tries, but she's never been able to keep to a schedule. It's kind of a miracle she manages to make it to her classes on time most days. I can't believe Chloe goes to school. I suppose this means I should be more worried about asking Chloe, of all people, to help me with my entry for the photo contest. But Chloe's never let me down when I've needed her. Bye. Not ever. And she's not starting today. I can't stop the smile that spreads across my face when Chloe enters the diner. She scans the room, panting a little, looking disheveled. When her eyes light on mine, I heard something in our teeth. I'm sorry. I can't deal. Okay. All good. When her eyes light on mine, her face breaks out into a grin of its own, and she makes a beeline toward our booth. Hey. How does Chloe sound? I forgot. Hey, sorry I'm late. She slides in the booth with effortless cool, shooting me her most charming, apologetic smile. I feel like Max is talking about Chloe like she's Edward Cullen. You mad? You mad, bro? Sort of. I lean back in the booth, fixing Chloe with an exasperated look. Are you kidding me, Chloe? You weren't even on time for your own birth. I knew what I was getting into. A flicker of annoyance flashes across Chloe's face, but she pushes it back. She shrugs carelessly, reaching across the table to steal the mug out of my grip and take a gulp of coffee. You and Joyce need to stop sharing baby Chloe stories. It's weird. I roll my eyes and make a half-hearted grab to take the mug back. Chloe's determined, though, leaning back out of my reach and draining the rest of the coffee in one long gulp. She shudders, slamming the mug down on the table like a shot glass. Gross. Chloe just grins in response, looking entirely too pleased with herself. You hungry? God, yes. Chloe cranes her neck dramatically, looking around the diner. Where's Joyce anyway? I'm gonna die of starvation before she even takes my order. Then she'll be childless, and you'll be partnerless, and my sad, hungry ghost will be forever bound to the Two Whales. Dang. Cursed to haunt greasy checkers and painfully slow wait staff for eternity. Not so fast, Casper. Hold up. Before we go any further, Give me a like if you had a crush on Casper when you were a little kid. The live action movie Casper. He was so beautiful. Oh my god. Chloe snorts. Everyone snorts in this game. I kick her lightly beneath the table and continue despite the interruption. Joy should be out with your food in a minute. It's like flipping a switch. But does she get waffles or pancakes? Chloe's face lights up, the previous conversation immediately stricken from her memory. She leans forward, seizing my hands in hers and dragging them across the table. It's beginning. Max. Oh. I can't go on, guys. I'm gonna cry. You've been my best friend since we were kids. My first mate. My partner in crime. And now, the girl who buys me breakfast. Of course you would, Chloe. Of course you would. I'm ready to take the next step. Max, will you do me the great honor of marrying me and buying me food for the rest of our lives? She's been doing this more and more lately. Chloe, you hadn't. Saying things that could just be joking, but it could also be, well... Max needs little blush marks on her face. Flirting. I just can't figure out if Chloe's being deliberately confusing or if I'm such a colossal social dunce that I can't tell the difference. That's how I feel too, Max. Chloe waggles her eyebrows, squeezing my hands playfully. Max? I laugh awkwardly, feeling a blush rise on my face and yank my hands out of her grip. Who said I'm buying? Chloe pouts, bottom lip jutting out dramatically. You know, I did just offer to spend the rest of my life with you. The least you could do is offer to pay for my... Wait, what did you get me? Oh my god, waffles and pancakes. I'm not buying you oatmeal. Who the fuck picks oatmeal? Eggs and bacon sounds like an innuendo. You could have the eggs, or you could have the bacon. Pancakes. One short stack a minute. Chloe nods appreciatively, face breaking out into a slow grind. Not bad, Caulfield, not bad. Joyce bustles out of the kitchen a few minutes later, expertly balancing trays loaded with breakfast foods. Chloe smirks mischievously, leaning forward in the booth, no doubt with something cheerfully antagonistic on the tip of her tongue. But the morning rush is so hectic that Joyce barely has the time to set our plates down in front of us before tearing off across the restaurant to attend the family of 5 that just filled up the last free booth. Chloe looks briefly disappointed that she lost the opportunity to annoy her mother, at least until she remembers there's food in front of her. Chloe eats with the sort of single-minded ferocity not uncommon in wild dogs. She's got about the same level of manners too, I remember, thinking of all the times she's stolen food right off my plate and unconsciously hunching over my meal when she looks up and starts eyeing my waffles. Back the fuck up, Chloe. You gonna finish that? Yes, I am. Down, girl. I pull my plate closer to my body and wave my fork menacingly in her direction. What are you, like Satan now? With your little pitchfork? Max looks mad. Look at that face. Chloe pouts, fixing me with her best puppy dog eyes. This is their relationship right here. No. Worth a shot. Chloe shrugs and leans back into the booth. So, I bet you're pretty pumped to get started on your project, huh? I bite my lip, shifting my gaze from Chloe's eager face to the window facing the street. I watch a few cars pass by, trying to gather my thoughts. I guess I'm excited. But... I glance back to Chloe, unable to stop the smile that tugs at the corner of my mouth. She always knows when there's something I'm not saying. But I'm pretty nervous too. I still can't believe I actually volunteered for the contest. I can. Ew. Chloe says it like it's just a fact. I feel butterflies flutter in my stomach, nervous for a whole other reason now. Confidence has always seemed to come as easy as breathing to Chloe, and I get it. She's tough and beautiful and smarter than she gives herself credit for. That all makes sense. I just can't imagine how the playthrough goes, like, if Max gets with Rachel Amber. That's the one matchup I don't get. But it's her unwavering confidence in me that I just can't wrap my head around sometimes. Max, you're like the best photographer in the school. I know sometimes you get all in your head about this shit, but it's really not so complicated. Of course you're gonna kill it here. I smiled gently back, hearing the hesitance at the end of her sentence. But... Chloe smiles bashfully, cheeks flushing just slightly, looking up at me through a fringe of blue hair like a kid with their hand in the cookie jar. But it was kind of surprising you asked me to help you with your project. What? Chloe shifts in her seat. The food is gone now. She has nothing to distract her from the conversation, so she grabs a packet of sugar from the center of the table, tearing it open and pouring the contents out into shapes on the tabletop. Why are you making more mess for Joyce? Joyce is gonna be so pissed. That's right, she is. I mean, there are lots of, good photographers in that class, Max. I basically only took photography so I could hang out with you and Rachel at school a few times a week. Chloe, you're my best friend. There's no one else I'd rather have in my corner for stuff like this. Chloe looks up from the pile of sugar she was carefully shaping into swirls in the center of the table. Best friend. ... Her tone is light, but the look... Wait, hold on. Before I go any further, can we have a moment for this cue that looks more than slightly like the symbol for female? I see you. I see what you did there. Her tone is light, but the look on her face makes me feel like I didn't say quite the right thing. My first mate. Come on, Max. My partner in crime. I like Slap Max. The girl I buy breakfast for. Chloe's face breaks out in a wide grin, cheeks pink. In that case, can I order another? No. Chloe laughs. Worth a shot. So I guess we better get started on this thing. The rules say you need to take your photo somewhere in Arcadia Bay. Do you know where you want to go? You decide. Why don't you tell me where you want to go? We're probably going to go pick up some bottles. Chloe had pulled the beanie off her head and tugged it down over my eyes as soon as they got into the truck. I had wanted to pull it off, but she levied the vague threat of swift retribution against me. This is like that cute music they play in Otome games when someone's having a moment. Remembering all the retaliatory pranks she had unleashed on those who had dared to oppose her in our childhood, I decided to play along. Even with my eyes covered, I had felt the excitement radiating off her for the entire drive. I can't deny I'm eager to see what Chloe has in store when the truck finally rolls to a stop. Sit tight. I hear the car door open and close. Then, a moment later, I feel the door on my side open. She leans across my body, unbuckling my seatbelt for me and wrapping a hand around my elbow to guide me out of the cabin. I stumble anyway, my clumsiness trumping Chloe's best efforts to help me. She catches my weight against her body, steadying me with one hand on my hip, the other still gripping my arm. Whoa there. Sorry. I could feel myself blushing, for once grateful that the beanie obscures so much of my face. You okay? Her voice is so close and quiet. The gentle pressure of her fingers against my hip makes my heart beat faster, and I nod dumbly. My babies. My little part-filled babies. You ready? I can hear the excitement in her voice. A fluttery feeling blooms in the pit of my stomach. I'm excited too. Yeah. Of course. Chloe yanks the beanie off my head, and I squint against the sudden explosion of light. Oh. I look around, taking in the heaps of rusted metal, the scraggly weeds, the towering evergreens looming in the background. You better say it's amazing. Amazing! Wow, Chloe. It's dorky, but I'm actually kind of awestruck by the atmosphere of the place. There are so many things around. Things? Stuff. Thanks. Old vehicles, decommissioned signs, busted appliances, everything with its own story, each piece a unique offering. This place is perfect. Chloe beams at me, shoving her hands in her back pockets and rocking back on her heels. You think so? Yeah, God, I could get so many cool shots here. I'm so glad you could see it, you know? The potential here. The potential of us. Chloe trails off, looking thoughtful. After a beat of silence, she turns around, fixing me with a mischievous smirk. Let me show you around. Chloe takes off with a little skip, grabbing the sleeve of my sweater and pulling me behind her. She leads me on a whirlwind tour around the yard. We weave between stacks of rusted-out car bodies, pick our way carefully through jagged metal and broken glass, around a field of dented metal drums and old tires and rebar. It doesn't take long for me to start to understand just what Chloe loves about this place. There's a sort of serenity here, among all the wrecks and refuse. It's kind of beautiful. Chloe drags me over to an old trawler and offers to boost me up over the side. I decline. That thing looks like tetanus waiting to happen, but Chloe just shrugs and hauls herself up over the side with a cheerful disregard for her own personal safety. She struts around atop the boat, posing and flexing, mugging for the camera like the charismatic jerk she is, when I fall back to snap a few photos. Oh no, it's the dread pirate Bluebeard, here to plunder Arcadia Bay. Arr. Chloe's pirate impression is as hilariously bad as ever, and I can't help but laugh. Chloe rolls her eyes offended and casually flips me off. Shut up, landlubber. Don't think I won't make you walk the plank. She walks to the tip of the bow, and kicks over a chair, propping a leg up on the upturned seat. Fuck that Bluebeard shit. Call me Captain Morgan. I snap another photo, grinning. Captain Morgan. She went there. She laughs and hops down without warning, tossing me one of the metal curtain rods she had been waving around atop the trawler. What's this? Your sword. On guard. She takes a slow swing at me and I react on instinct, deflecting the blow with my curtain rod and leading us into a full-blown sword fight. She swings again and I react on instinct, deflecting the blow with my curtain rod. Did I just read that? And it's bizarre because we've done this dozens of times. We're grown-ups now, but somehow playing pirates with my best friend is still easier than breathing. For as much as she's changed, for all the hair dye, the tattoos, and the weed smoke, and the occasional bad attitude, there are things about Chloe that are just fundamental. Like, she can still make the dumbest, goofiest shit still seem funny and exciting. Her laugh still makes my heart skip. Her smile still warms me up from the inside. And she still gets way too cocky in a sword fight, leaving herself wide open. I feint to the right, almost feeling bad when she lunges predictably away, defense slipping. Almost. Chloe's eyes widen as my next swing comes down. She knows she's going to get sent straight to Davy Jones's locker. Frantically, she tries to dodge, but ends up tripping over a stack of tires and landing right on her ass. Damn it! She sinks back into the pile of rubber in defeat, breathing heavily. I grin, feeling a trickle of sweat roll down my temple. Hey Chloe, maybe we should stop. You're looking pretty... Max, don't say it. Tired. Chloe groans and rolls onto her side. Slowly, she pushes herself up to a standing position, patting down her pockets. I'm not high enough to deal with this right now. Come with me. She leads me around a cinder block shed, along some train tracks, and back into the junkyard to a clearing behind the school bus. We gonna smoke some weed? Chloe hops up onto the hood of an old car, patting the spot next to her and sparking up a joint. The metal is warm from the sun as I take my seat beside her. We're sitting so close I can feel her pinky brush against mine on the hood of the car. Tentatively, I reach over and hook my finger over hers, watching the slow smile that spills across her face in response. I'm really glad you wanted me to help you, Max. I already told you, there's no one else I'd rather have helping me with this. Chloe speaks through a puff of smoke, looking out towards the trees. I know. Not just because of that, though. I need to be busy with this project for the rest of the week, and I really want to spend time with you. Max, I'm leaving. What? I feel like all the air has been sucked out of my lungs. What? This music. Emo. Not emo anymore. Chloe winces and takes a hit off the joint to buy herself some time. I need to get out of here. I'm so sick of this town. I'm taking off at the end of the week. I just need to go someplace else for a while. You're leaving? Only for a couple of days. Or weeks. Look, I'm not exactly sure exactly, but I'm coming back, alright? FEELZ. Chloe, what the hell? You can't just leave. Chloe slides down the hood of the car, dragging the smoldering tip of the joint along the metal to step it out. She spins on the balls of her feet as soon as she hits the ground, leveling a glare at me. Yeah, Max, I can. I am. She pops her eyebrows like a challenge, mouth twisted into a scowl. My heart catches and I'm so mad for a second. Chloe and I don't fight often, but for good reason. She's the only person who's ever been able to get under my skin quite like this. I open my mouth, ready to argue again, and then I notice it. Chloe's hands tremble just barely when she goes to tuck the unfinished joint into her pocket. I pause, flicking my eyes back up to her face. She's still staring me down, ready to raise hell, but anger was always easier for Chloe than fear. Oh. I think about her nervous admission in the diner, the hesitancy in her voice when she told me she was leaving, and I know that my reaction now could break her. Okay, wait. Chloe's face goes slack with surprise before her defenses come back up. She shifts nervously in place, the look she's giving me now still wary, but less certain. What? I take a deep breath and pat the empty space next to me. Get back over here, come on. She hesitates, gnawing her bottom lip nervously. Chloe, please. Reluctantly, she takes a seat beside me again, propping her heels up on the front bumper and draping her arms across them. I don't want to fight with you, Chloe. So, if you're really leaving, let's not spend our time together that way, okay? Okay. I've never been out of Arcadia Bay, Max, and sometimes it feels like I'll never be able to. And that's terrifying. I don't expect you to really understand, but I need you to trust that this is what I need right now, okay? It's rare to see Chloe so earnest. I smile, despite the lump in my throat, the tightness in my chest. Okay. Chloe slumps forward a little, relieved, and I finally get how tense she was before. This must have been eating her up. I reach out and take her hand again, and she perks up a little, shooting me a small but earnest smile. Guess we better get to school, huh? I smile back, squeezing her hand as she slides off the hood of the car and pulls me to my feet. Guess so. Her hand in mine is warm. I hold it for as long as I can. Oh, we're gonna stop there. Ah! Okay. So, I didn't expect that. Yeah. Dang. Sad. Okay. Anyway, see you next time.